Right, let's first address changes in the mod pack. I'm on version 8.0 of Seapolis 2 and Project E has gone. It's no longer a viable mod in the pack. Didn't really affect us because we haven't got that far yet. So that's gone. This pipe here, the bane of all my problems, should not be connected there. And that's what was giving us all the problems with stuff going in the top. I didn't spot it until I was editing the video, and I was thinking, like, why is that in there? So now these, which come down this pipe here, cannot get into that furnace. So yeah, I completely missed it. So yeah, that should be fixed now just by disconnecting that, which means that we should be able to reconnect this. Actually, no, we can't reconnect that because these pebbles are going in there still. In fact, they shouldn't go in from the side, but I've got a feeling they do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to reconnect this pipe here and see what goes in that top slot, besides these, of course. Now I just need to get all the copper out. Copper seems to have right, so that's now tin. Let's take all the tin out of there as well and see whether anything else goes in here besides the copper and tin, and it doesn't look like it. So that should be good for leaving that connected now. Which means I don't need this anymore. So they can go back in here and I can get rid of this. So our you just saw it then, the pour and the gravel are both coming in still, so they're still functioning. I haven't altered the engines yet. These are still good. We still have plenty of cobblestone in that drawer. That one's been emptied all the time, but that's fine so long as all these are getting cobblestone. And it looks like we have a texture bug again. That, according to the tooltip, says that's full of lava. Let's just pull a bucket out. Yeah, it seems there's a bug with the textures again. So some of these barrels obviously look empty, but they're not. So let's get rid of that lava in there. What did change off camera? Well, I added two new segments, this one and this one. Not quite sure what I created that one for yet. I did it and then forgot about it. This one is for the next transformation powder up, which is making of this organic fluid. And then we need to make the powder. We may need more sieves. I'm not 100% sure yet on how much our one sieve can cope with, because we are going to need to make, let's have a look at the improved powder. We're going to need to make sand dust. Now we can make the sand dust in the pulverizer, which I believe we can make now. We can. We just need to make this gear working die, which needs a smithing table, and that is pretty straightforward. So what we'll do is we'll continue with the quests down this bronze one here, because I believe, yeah, the smithing table is just there, look, and we're almost there. So we can, I don't know whether we need to go across this way. This would be very useful, the flux compactor. So this basically, this here replaces these. Now it could be useful. It really depends on whether the flux compactor uses, in fact it says there, RF powered automatic compactor. So I think we'll stay away from that because it uses RF, because these don't use RF at all. So yeah, I think we'll keep with these crafting automats so long as they're keeping up with the process, which they are at the minute. So that's fine. We may need to expand on our furnace, but we've got a little bit of a backlog with having the ore pieces getting in because that bloody pipe was connected. Sheesh. So let's carry on with the quests. This one's locked for some reason. What does this need? Oh, this needs a smithing table, so we need to jump down here and do the smithing table. So that's just 4 planks and 2 tin ingots. Easy enough. If I've got some wood on me. And now we can create the gear working die, which is 1 bronze ingot plus a bronze plate. So we need to make a bronze plate. Just take the bronze out of there. There's going to be a lot of bronze. So to create the bronze plate, we just simply put bronze ingot in the multi-servo press without a die in here, and that will create plates. And then this doesn't use RF, so we'll pop it there. So ingot and a plate. That gives us our die. And we want 2 bronze gears. So what we do now is in the multi-servo press we put the gear working die in there, and along with 8 bronze ingots, and that should give us our 2 bronze gears. And then we have our pulverizer, and this can go next to the induction smelter. Right, where do we go from here? Oh, now we can create the sand dust. So the sand dust is literally just sand in the... Oh, this creates dust as well. Oh, that's useful. So it guarantees 2 sand and 2 dust with a 50% chance of 1 more. So that's actually a better way of making dust than sieving it. Okay, this changes things, how we do this. So sieving dust is no longer a... Well, it's a viable method of getting the dust, but it's a poor way of doing it because this is much better, and this process gives us the sand dust. So what we're better off doing here is replacing this click machine and sieves with a couple of pulverizers. So what we actually need is we need the flux hammers here to stop making dust, and we pulverize the sand. So what I'm going to do here is at this stage here, when the sand is done, I'm just going to break that connection there. So these run out of power at the bottom. So this should just basically fill up with sand. So it'll keep the process going for a little bit, and then it should stop. And then what we'll do is we'll replace those bottom flux hammers and all this with a couple of pulverizers, because we've already got power over there with powering the flux hammers. Yeah, this seems a much more viable way of making dust now. So what do we do with the sand? We're going to mix it with pebbles again, so long as we've got stone pebbles here, which we have. That's fine. And of course we split our small pore transformation powder in this process here. So we've got, what's that, 2000? Oh, that's full. So we've got 2048 in there. So that means all the pore transformation powder is coming into this side. So that's going to ramp up our lava need. So I'll keep an eye on that. But this tank should be a good indicator of whether we're running out of that or not. So yeah. So we need to make lots of sand now. Now we need to make sand for both processes, but because it's split fairly even, we don't have to go ham with the flux hammers. So that's good. We've got a guide on where to go next. So I'll create a couple of more pulverizers. One for over here and then a couple for that process over there. And then I should be right back. Right then. So we have our 2 pulverizers. So what I'll need to do here is replace this and this, and then this flux hammer and this flux hammer. Now they can stay there, So in here we should be getting our sand. I think 2 pulverizers for this process is pretty OP. We're probably going to need to change this. So we want blue as input and auto input enabled. So that pulls sand in. So that's blue and enabled. Now we can't output on the front, which is unfortunate. But what we can do is, instead of these coming up here, we can actually, or should be able to, pipe straight out the bottom. Now the other thing is, we don't want it to go into this process. This process is now done. So I can pull up this and these. Just make sure nothing went in there. No, that's just dust. We can take that out. Oh, that's the filter. So we don't need this anymore. That's it. So what we'll have here is, out the bottom, we'll have this section. Need to connect power. Why is power not connected? Oh, it's because I disconnected them, isn't it? So if can I reconnect those? Yeah. Shift and right click, reconnects. So these should be now running. Right, looks like we need to wrench these as well. So I think what I'm going to do here is, this is a good spot actually. I know I'm hiding the pulverizers, but I don't really need to see them. So if I put another pipe there and one there, and then we need to wrench these. Well, in fact, do we need to wrench them? Or will auto output push the stuff out? No, it won't. Okay, so we do need to wrench them still. Oh, can I actually get to them? Yeah, that's one. And air. Now, could do with those probably the other way around. Let's do them the other way around. And we will lock those barrels as well. Drawers, sorry, not barrels. Keep calling them barrels. Now I need to wrench this side to pull stuff out. Right, okay, that should be set. And if we just have a quick look, yep, that's emptying. And that's emptying. So that replaces all the sieving process. And the only thing we need to do now is hook up the dust output, which is this, into that storage drawer controller. Or, no, actually we need to connect it to this, don't we? So what I'm going to do here is remove this drawer. Pop it just... do we actually... we don't need that drawer. Why did I put that drawer there? We don't need that. Let's redo this. So this needs to go in there. And that we should... I need to get under that one, don't I? Shit. Right, so our dust now basically comes out of there and goes into this. I don't know why I put another drawer in. Don't really need that. So we need to just change this pipe so it pulls out of that one. And that should feed into these. Just emptying out, and then that should make this craft. Whilst we're waiting for something else, let's see. Pebbles, 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 pebbles. Yeah, flint. Yeah. So it is just the dust. So they now got loads in, so this should be crafting. Well, it is crafting. We just can't see it. It's obviously pulling out quicker than it's displaying it, because this is going ham, creating the blocks, and then the blocks get sent over there and get sieved. So yeah, that's fine. So this process now creates the sand dust that we're going to use over there, and then we can continue this pipe on to pull the stone pebbles across. Let's just have a quick check on our power situation. These are still... oh, that one's empty. Interesting. Right, okay. We do have more compression dynamos if we need to, and we certainly got plenty of lava, so that shouldn't be an issue. So we need to create a way of crafting the powder, which is going to be similar to that. So we're going to need a similar setup over there. So let's create 9 more drawers. I've only got 1. So we'll create some more drawers, another structured crafter, and then let's pick it up after that. Oh, that's interesting. We can now create our chests with the logs. That recipe wasn't in before, but it seems that's something we've now got, which is always good. We've created some more item pipes. We have a filter in case we need that, but I think I'm ready to go. Right, we're going to do it from, that's where the sand dust is, so at this level here is where we're going to have our drawers, and then I can put the controller here. Now we need to lock in the recipe, and why have I got 5 of those? Don't know where I picked those up from. So as before, when you're placing the structured crafter, place it in the direction that you want it to face, like that. Don't need these. We just need an output, which is another drawer. It doesn't have an interface, that's fine. So we now need to lock in a recipe. Yep, that's correct. So we can lock this in. And now we need single storage down. I call them downgrades. I don't know, are they actually called downgrades? Oh, they are storage downgrades. So we need 9 of those. So the drawers only hold 1 stack each. So we put these downgrades in every one of these. So now the maximum they can hold is 1 stack. That means that the pebbles will get spread, and so will the sand dust. So we need another drawer controller. Where should we put this on this set of drawers? We're going to be coming over the top or underneath or both. I think I'll put it there. I'm just trying to think, if we connect this up, obviously for the pebbles coming from over there, and we connect this sand up as well, where is the sand going to go? It's not going to go... shouldn't actually go anywhere, because that's an output, that's an input, but it can't, sand can't go into those drawers. So it should be fine just to hook this up. Into something like that. So I think for continuity we shall put this on top. And then just carry that across. Almost works. And then put the draw controller there, and that should start filling up with pebbles, which it has. So we need to get the pore transformation powder over, which is in this one here. We should be able to just hook that one up too. And need to get above it. And then do that, and then that should pull the pore transformation over as well. We won't see anything yet, we just need to make another redstone clock here. And by placing this redstone clock, this should kick the whole process off. And there we have our improved transformation powder. I'll lock that one in, so nothing else can get into that drawer. So where do we go from here? Well, we need to take this powder and probably split it again. Let's just have a look if this is used to make the next one, which it is, as you can see there. Now just have a quick look at what these Echo Shard nuggets are. Echo Shard, and that is sieved from the Skulking Organic Matter. But you need that to make it. So there must be another way of getting this shard initially. Which will be in the quest somewhere, I've no doubt. We've already made that, we've done that. I'll leave that for now. And we can go on to the next stage, which is, of course, this gives us iron, aluminium and nickel, making the improved organic matter. Now we already have a barrel just here. Now if I remember rightly, all you do is you right click with a powder to get the block, and there we are. So that unlocks that, and then the organic matter, we simply sieve it. Now we can do it in a flint mesh, or we can actually move up to iron. Let's just have a look how much iron we've actually got. So I've got 43 ingots. Now is it right? So it's only 6. So it's not enough to upgrade all of these, but we could upgrade some of them. Now we're getting to the actual iron section. Let me just throw this in here. And that should give us, they look very much the same, don't they? Those two. Nickel and aluminium pieces look very alike. It's only a slight change in hue on the pieces. So we can lock those in. It can stay in there. And now we need to automate this process. Now I do have a click machine that I removed from this sieve here. So we've already got a click machine for that, and we've got a basic collector that we need as well. What else do we need? I think for now that's all we need. Now I'm only going to use one. I am going to put it out the front, similar to that. Now, as I said before, we do need to split this powder. And we could do that right now, actually. Now, this platform is hopefully big enough to do this and the next one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a drawer down there with a atom pipe in the middle and a drawer on top and a connection here. Wrench this connection and then insert the upgrade and make this round robin. So if I now take that back out of there and put it back in again, it should evenly split it, or roughly, yeah, you see there 44 and 43. So that's how you split this up. Right, I've just realised I wasn't recording that last bit, so I'm not quite sure what I've done or not done on camera. Just to reiterate what we've covered. So we are now crafting the improved transformation powder, which gets split into two. I didn't lock that for some reason. It's quite alright though. I'll just take one and put it there, so that's now locked in. Gets split 50-50. These go underground into this click machine. What are we waiting for over here? We're waiting for the sand dust. So lava comes up just here into this, gets turned into the improved organic fluid, which gets clicked on with that. That pulls into that drawer, which goes down and underneath and comes up here, as you can see, into, well, as not as you can see because that's the poor one, but yeah, we're waiting for this process here to create the sand. Now that's got a lot of sand dust in it, so why is that not going into there? Oh, I forgot to make that an output. So we should see the process running now. So that should craft, gets split, comes into here. So this drawer here is filling up at the minute, and then it's probably going to move on to this one. Yep, and then that'll fill up that one. These are already all full. So once this drawer fills up, that one will fill up, and then the crafting process will start. So that's that full. That one's filling up. So that then sends the transformation powder over here, which waits for that lava to turn before it gets clicked to turn into blocks. And then once it's turned into blocks, it comes down this pipe and into the sieving process, as you can see there. Now all these sieves have been upgraded to iron meshes, as we're making iron now. Did that manually. And I've had to upgrade this mini drawer here because this filled up rather quickly. I might change that for a single drawer that it'll be able to store more. So that is it for now. We've now fully automated on the improved transformation powder, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next episode. So goodbye for now.